Hello and welcome to the Brickfreaks. Some weeks ago I showed you a set from Pantasy, a sewing machine. And I was really skeptical when I ordered it, but in the end it blew me away. It looks very cool, it was a nice assembly and it had really cool prints. So I was excited when Pantasy announced their DJ player, set number 85037, 869 pieces. And has built-in Bluetooth speaker and LED lights powered over USB. Okay. In my earlier days I was a DJ, but I mixed with the good old Technics 1210 and not digitally with these mostly Pioneer digital mixers here. But I have one. I don't find it, it's somewhere in the cellar, but I have one, and so I can a little bit compare the look and feel of this Pantasy DJ player to some of the Pioneer players I have in the cellar. Like I said, I don't find it to show it to you, but I used it a lot, so I have muscle memory. Okay, now you see some pictures of the assembly. Mostly the cable management inside of this little cool set and some pictures of the set, and then I tell you, is it worth the money, how is the instruction, piece quality. Like always, we have Go Bricks pieces inside and everything is printed here. Everything you see now are no stickers, everything is printed. Have fun with the pictures. You've seen the pictures of the assembly and the final set, so we can talk about it. Okay, the hard facts. Pantasy DJ player 85037 is the set number, 869 pieces, 4 big building steps that took me 3 hours around to assembly. You have 220 pieces for each building step on the table. That's perfect, not too much, not too less. For the set, we have 24 centimeters here in length, we have 16 centimeters in width, and the height of the set when it stands on the floor is 8 centimeters. So my inner monk is really satisfied. 24, 16, 8, I'm happy. Thank you for that, Pantasy. My Adrian is satisfied. Okay. Everything you've seen are prints. Here is nothing stickered, and it is a lot of prints and very good prints. You've seen the set has LED and it has Bluetooth. We came later to this. First things first, instructions. Typical Pantasy instructions with one difference. In the beginning we have a lot about the cable management, and they tell you how to connect everything and test before you assemble it, and after the assembly you've seen that a cable is defect or another part. So check out all the electronic components before you assemble them. It shows you everything really well. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, okay. When it starts, you see the 4 building steps, and then the instruction starts. It's a typical Pantasy instructions. Nothing is desaturated or grayed, everything is full color. The new parts have a red outline and sometimes red arrows, so you don't have a problem with the orientation, nothing. It's a very, very good instructions. It shows you everything perfect. Even the cable management is done well and showed here to you perfectly. So one of the best instructions, no problem with that. Piece quality, it's Go Bricks. So perfect piece quality that is equal or sometimes even better than Lego. It's really enjoyable to get them together. It's not too hard, not too soft, and it's good to get them apart. Nothing like rare bricks or Kobe where you need tools to get the blades apart. No, easy smooth assemble and easy smooth disassemble. Great quality, no problems at all. The special part here is the top, because the top are matte black stones. Yes, or black pieces. And that looks really, really cool here, the matte design. One thing I have to tell you, I don't know if this is powder on top of the normal bricks, but when you assemble them, after the assembly, I had a little bit of powder on my fingers here. And I believe it's a process where the original brick gets covered with powder and the powder stays on the brick. I don't know. If you know, tell me. But you have a cool look, but I want to tell you that you have a little bit on your hands or you use gloves. I used gloves after I seen this just to get secure for my skin. Use gloves. That's the only thing. And these special parts have a micromillimeter more thickness through the additional color and are a little bit harsher to put together. You need a little bit more force and the sound is a little bit different when you put them together. That's what I want to say. The prints are really, really well because they printed 2 or 3 times with white over the black, so you have no problem seeing all the white parts. There is a manufacturer who sometimes wants to spare some money and prints only once with white over red, and that looks more pink than white. I believe you know to which company I'm referring, so that's not the case here. Okay, the assembly. Yeah, we built the corpus, then we're building all the technical or the electronical parts inside. The mechanical part here is attached, and then we cover the whole thing with these matte stones, and that's it. Yeah? So, like I said, 3 hours and 20 or 15 minutes is the cable management. So this is a very smooth build. You need some time for the management, but it's well documented, so you will have no problems. I enjoyed the assembly process very, very much, because I enjoy new things. I've built 100 modulars, I've built 100 speed champions, I built 50, 60 1x8 Technicars, so I'm always happy when I get new things I haven't assembled before, or that uses technique I haven't seen before, or building techniques I haven't seen before. So this here was for me something new. So for me it was a very enjoyable building process. If you're interested in new things perhaps, and you're not even a DJ or ex-DJ like me, perhaps you just buy this for the assembly process and for something new in your life. Okay, so functions. First things first. There's a Bluetooth speaker in, and you hear it now. So, this Bluetooth speaker is not very loud and it doesn't sound well, very punchy. So, this is not to replace your JBL boombox, your Bluetooth speaker. It's just an additional feature. So I hoped for a little bit more punch, that I can use it as a Bluetooth speaker, but yeah, it isn't. One thing is the Bluetooth speaker is completely built in. If they put the membrane to force downwards and the air could come out of the thing, perhaps it will sound a little bit better. But when it's completely inside the Bluetooth speaker, yes, you have a very hollow sound. It sounds a little bit like the drum part and the bass part on Justice for All from Metallica. Okay, just to refer. Okay, one thing. I tried a video before and with this Anker battery box here, charger, and after every 2-3 minutes it got out. I don't know why. Now it's on permanent here on my 200 watt charger and I don't have the problem. So you need perhaps really a power supply and not a power bank. I don't know. The other thing is I get it only to work with the white cable that was included. All my other cables didn't work. Just for that. Okay, now the functions. You heard the sound. Light, we have 2 functions, on and off. And we have a brief effect of the LED, but yeah, it's more blinking, that's not breathing. Okay, so I believe most people will use it this way. So, functionality. We have this nice little stand and you can adjust how steep the player will stand. Oh, that's nice. It's nice. It's easy, but it's nice. The whole thing itself is a little bit smaller than an original first generation Pioneer digital DJ with jog wheel. The original is perhaps 5-6 centimeter longer, has a little bit more width, and the height is nearly the same. So this is perhaps shrinked 30-40%. The originals are a little bit bigger, or at least the Pioneer ones. I have one in my cellar, but I don't find it, so I can't show you the comparison between these two, but like I said, this is 60% of the original size. We have most of the real buttons here. Well, play, pause. Here we have speed of the track. We have a sync button, we have jog mode. We have some other lightning stuff. We have here turnable knobs for gain or something like that. Or you can adjust height or something and bass, but normally bass and height are in the mixing section, not in the player section. One thing, you see there is a LED band inside here underneath this blade. It's connected to the dial, so I can dial this here, but remember, or have in mind, there is a cable, so I can't turn this here 20 times in one direction. It will disconnect the cable, or perhaps the cable will cut. So this is just for a little bit here pretending. This here is cool. When I push this down, you see it's working like in the Super Mario TV. It goes round and round with all the blades, and then we have here the line for the bass. That's very necessary for DJs to see the bass. Okay, yeah, I think it's cute. It looks really cool. It looks really like a shrinked original Pioneer player. I think the idea is new and unique. I think how it's made is great. It looks great. We have cool prints overall. We have cool LED lighting. We have this matte black finish. So I really like the product. But I'm an ex-DJ. Yeah. If you are a race driver or an ex-race driver, perhaps you'll think, what's this here, Frank? That's bullshit. And I can understand if you think so. But That's the problem with these sets that brings us normal life things like the sewing machine or a fan or a typewriter. It's just for some special case of people. This here perhaps for DJs, ex-DJs or music-affine people. I like it. I really like it. I will put it on my shelf and I will be happy. So now you know what it can, or what it can and what it not can, what it does, what it not does. And this here has no function. It's just do a little bit of work. So, okay, now we disconnected. That's the look from underneath. Here we have our little hole for the stand. Okay, just one last view. So, okay. Please write me in the comments. Do you like this thing? Do you think this is rubbish? Do you think this is cool? I've DJ'd in a time with the old Technics 1210 phono players, not with this digital stuff. So I was used to vinyl and a lot of more work. I didn't have a sync button. I didn't have the room for 20,000 songs in just one box. I had to carry a lot of heavy vinyl and it was very different. This here is very cool. You can make a lot of more things than with the analog version, but you have to be a better musician for the analog version. You have better hearing, you have to be a little more fine with your hands to stop or to accelerate the vinyl. So this here is very easy. Everybody can DJ with two of these and a mixer. That's not really a problem. But there are people who really bring this to a new level. Google for DJ Hype. I know, stupid name, but he mixes with 4 of them and he mixes 70 songs in a 1-hour set. So he's always constantly moving and has a lot of tracks and a sample there and a vocal there, and that's great work. But a lot of the other DJs I see, they stand here. That's not work. And the raves, meanwhile, for you older folks, can you remember our raves? We danced the whole time and nobody cared about the DJ or looked to the DJ. And nowadays you have 10,000 people, 9,000 with their smartphone filming the DJ like a god, and the DJ is on an altar or something like that. For me it's a little bit strange. I prefer the old raves and the old technique, but I love the technical possibilities that come here with our digital stuff. Okay, thank you for watching. What is next here on the channel? Another set from Pantasy, the Dinosaur Museum, a modular with a really cool LED kit. Then I have 3 motors. It's a 3-in-1 set. You can build 3 engines, a V8, a V12 and a V16. Small engines, not so big. That seems a little or a cool set. And I have the McLaren 720S in a 1x8 or as a 1x8 Technicar with power functions and light, and it has 2 battery boxes. So I'm really excited for the Gully 720 McLaren S. Okay, thank you for watching. I recorded this on Friday of Easter, so if this, I don't know if I bring out it today on Friday or tomorrow on Saturday, but I hope you have a nice Easter weekend with your family.